Form 3 Buddhism, First Midterm, Chapter 3. Craving is the main cause of dukkha. Learning outcomes. You will learn what is tanha, the four noble truths, and the three categories of tanha as kama tanha, bhava tanha, and vibhava tanha. Understand that craving is the main cause for all the sufferings. Describe kama tanha, bhava tanha, vibhava tanha. First, let's talk about what is tanha. Tanha means craving. Actually, tanha means our desires, likes. We all have different desires. That craving is called tanha.
What is the basis and foundation of Buddhism? The basis and foundation of Buddhism is built upon the Four Noble Truths. This message was delivered by the Buddha at Isipatana Migadaya in Benares to the five ascetics. This sutra was known as the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutra. It was the first sermon of the Buddha. The Four Noble Truths is also called Chaturarya Satya.
The Four Noble Truths are Dukkha Satya, Dukkha Samudaya Satya, Dukkha Nirodha Satya, Dukkha Nirodha Gamini Patipada Satya. Dukkha Satya means suffering, dissatisfaction. Dukkha Samudaya Satya, the cause for dukkha. There's a cause. Why we feel sad? What is the reason for our dissatisfaction? Dukkha Nirodha Satya. We should know that dukkha can cease. Dukkha can stop. The fourth truth is Dukkha Nirodha Gamini Patipada Satya. If it can be seized, there should a way. So, Dukkha Nirodha Gamini Patipada Satya means the way to seize dukkha. Again, I will remind the Four Noble Truths. Dukkha Satya, Dukkha Samudaya Satya, Dukkha Nirodha Satya, Dukkha Nirodha Gamini Patipada Satya. What is dukkha? Dukkha means an unsatisfactory state of life where there is disharmony, tension, anxiety, worries, all those that are difficult to be endured by a person is called dukkha. This means that all physical and emotional problems that cause dukkha. This is the natural state of life. This state of life is not controlled by an unknown God or Brahman. This does not occur automatically. You will understand when we go to the next steps. Who create dukkha? What is the main reason for dukkha? As the first step of the Four Noble Truths, that is the dukkha. Dukkha means the unsatisfactory state of life. What is the cause for dukkha? Why do we feel sad and when? As an example, we can say when we are sick, we feel sad. That is suffering. Physically and mentally, we suffer. When we become sick, we feel sad. And also when we get old, we want to live in the young age forever, but we cannot stop it. Day by day, we are getting old. It is a cause for dukkha. And there are so many reasons that cause to make us sad. Why do we feel sad because of these things? Because of birth and rebirth. When one is born again and again, dukkha will follow him. The reason for rebirth is craving, tanha. Dukkha results basically due to craving, selfish behavior, desire, attachment, affection, love, and many more. So now it's very clear what is the main cause for the dukkha. When we talk about tanha or craving, we talk that is desires. They are our desires, attachments. And there are three types of tanha. Kama tanha, bhava tanha, vibhava tanha. Kama tanha means craving for sensual pleasures. Bhava tanha means craving for existence. Vibhava tanha means craving for non-existence. One by one we will discuss about this later. And altogether this means dukkha samudaya satya. According to the noble truth of suffering or dukkha samudaya satya, reason for dukkha is craving of desire. This embraces one's whole life. Sometimes we try to do away with craving, but unless it is totally eradicated, craving or desires rises up again like a tree, even though it is cut off. Unless the roots are taken out completely, the tree would begin to grow once. This is how craving is described in the Dhammapada. There is suffering as long as there is craving. Now let's learn a stanza from the Dhammapada. Yatapi mule anupaddave dalhe chinno pirukko punareva ruhati evampi tanhanuse anuhate nibbattati dukkham idam punappunam. The meaning is, just as when the roots are uninjured and firm, a tree, even though it be cut down, grows again. Even so, when craving is not destroyed, the suffering arises again and again. When we talk about tanha, we talk that tanha can be categorized into three types as kama tanha, bhava tanha, vibhava tanha. Now let's study more about kama tanha, bhava tanha and vibhava tanha. Kama tanha means desire or craving for sensual pleasures or seeking pleasure through sense organs. What are the sense organs? We have 5 sense organs: eye, ear, nose, tongue, and the body. They are the 5 sense organs. We are not satisfied of pleasure what we are gaining through these sense organs. And kama tanha is again categorized into 5 sections as rupa tanha, saddha tanha, gandha tanha, rasa tanha, and pottabha tanha. Rupa tanha. Rupa tanha means craving to see beautiful persons, things, see more of these beautiful things and gain pleasure. That is a craving to see beautiful things. We are not satisfied whatever we see. Always our eye wish to see beautiful things. Maybe flowers, maybe lot of things. So that is also a kind of craving. That is called rupa tanha. Saddha tanha. Develop craving to gain pleasure through ear by listening good songs, sweet voices, those things. We never be satisfied whatever we hear. We always like to gain pleasure through our ear. That is a kind of kama tanha. That is called saddha tanha. Gandha tanha. The nose too helps to smell sweet scents, well cooked food, and this develop a desire or crave for such foods. That once we want to crave to smell sweet scents, maybe a perfume, maybe a flower, maybe a smell of tasty food. So that is a craving. It is called Gandha Tanha. Rasa Tanha means crave to taste delicious food and drinks through tongue. We are not satisfied. Some people even don't think about their health and they don't know their limit. When they see a tasty food, they don't know the limit. That is called Rasa Tanha. Pottabha Tanha means craving to gain pleasure, to feel soft touch through body. Also, our hands and our organs help to gain pleasure through the touch. Thus, these organs make a person to crave or desire for more and more pleasure gained by these various organs of the body. So, kama tanha means craving to gain pleasure through sense organs, through our eye, ear, nose, tongue, and body to gain pleasure for which one craves for. We are not satisfied or not contented with these. That's why it becomes a tanha. It is endless. It causes for the dukkha. Bhavatanha. Bhavatanha means craving for existence. To crave for pleasure throughout life and life after. They believe that there's a life after life and wish to have a luxurious life in the next birth by gaining sensual pleasure. Actually, the samsara is a circular process. We should try to stop it, not to continue the process. Vibhava tanha, craving for non-existence. There are others who don't believe in life after death. They want to enjoy life and continue to enjoy life as much as possible. Therefore, such a person uses all the organs of the body to gain pleasure as much as possible till death. This is because they don't hope to be born again. Then life is craving for pleasure and enjoyment till death. Such a person has developed Vibhava Tanha. That is the vision that there is no life after death. They don't think of death, but goes on thinking of pleasure. Some people use their five sense organs exclusively to gain and maintain high level of craving. In case of obstructions occur to these enjoyments, a person may even be ready to engage in any type of sinful activity because he needs pleasure unusually. He has become a slave of his pleasure. This would lead to inherit dukkha. Such a person would never have a good life in samsara. Pottabha tanha means craving to gain pleasure, to feel soft touch through body. Also, our hands and our organs help to gain pleasure through the touch. Thus, these organs make a person to crave or desire for more and more pleasure gained by these various organs of the body. Gandha Tanha. The nose too helps to smell sweet scents, well cooked food, and this develop a desire or crave for such foods. That once we want to crave to smell sweet scents, maybe a perfume, maybe a flower, maybe a smell of tasty food. So that is a craving. It is called Gandha Tanha. Questions. What is the main cause for the dukkha? What are the three types of tanha? Explain briefly. As students, how would you arrange your desires in a proper way? Describe how craving leads to dukkha. Thank you. May the Noble Triple Gem bless you all.